The best revenge is massive success. Frank Sinatra. Let's jump into these charts. We see everything's up for the day except gold. We'll talk about that when we get to it. Let's start first with the S&P 500 up again, 0.79%. Look at this climb from when the charts, again, in that pullback, reached the low on the week beginning the 30th of March and then turned around that week beginning the 6th of April and just climbing higher, higher, higher. Look at the pitch here on the 2-day chart. Just amazing. Isn't it wild, my friends, when you print money backed by nothing? And today we don't even have to print the money. You just change the dots on the screen and boom, your currency inflates, and real things like the stock market, like land, real estate, you name it, they go up because you're just printing more money to chase around the same stuff. It's called inflation, and you've got to protect yourself against it. If you're just holding on to your cash, you are seeing it depreciate markedly, and it's scary. So again, it's another reason why you want to learn how to chart and how to trade and how to protect yourself. 0.79%, you can see here how far above the weekly trend line we are on the half day, we are on the 2-day, and again, reaching to higher highs. We are long, continue to be long. We are cognizant of the divergence between volume going down as prices going up, meaning a lot of people are scared about it, aren't backing it. You don't see all this volume flowing in there. Now we are moving in the summertime trading zone where historically less money is in the market. Sell in May and go away, live to trade another day. You've all heard that. But still, with all this climb, and not the participation, again, be ready to act in your practice trades. I always say practice trades because we're not a stock calling service. We're an education firm. You don't pay us. We're simply telling you what we think wants you to practice with us and learn by doing. Let's see where we are on the NASDAQ. It's up 0.71%. Same thing, higher high this week. Volume still low. Now on the 2-day for the Wednesday, Thursday, you can see how volume really peaked. Things popped up in the morning. Looks like about the same in the afternoon. These are Heikin-Ashi candlesticks, so it's hard to tell, but that's what it looks like it did. And again, don't have a lot of volume, but we're long going into, well, finishing up the 6th week. What do we see going on with bonds? They are up a wee bit for the day. Popped up in the morning, as you can see, blew that off in the afternoon. In the end, about flat 0.14%. So we are still cautiously bearish. 3rd week, we've reached a lower low. Just stair steps going down on these candlesticks. TBF is the inverse that we have been practice trading. What about gold? Told you, don't know what the hell gold's doing right now. Sort of bouncing around. We're not in gold because we don't know what it's doing. It was sort of down for the 2 prior weeks. This week, sort of up. When it's sort of, we don't trade it. 0.76% down for the day. So just about 0.75% pulling back. You can see where the last few days, some red candles. And again, it's above the trend line. Really doesn't mean anything anyway. It's such a weak trend line and weak candles. So we're just hanging on to see when gold figures out what it wants to do. We do have the potential for a floor here that it seems to be staying away from. If gold starts in a tear, we'll be ready to jump in. Now, what do we see lastly about Bitcoin? Up, my friends, bouncing off that weekly trend line. You can see where Tuesday and Wednesday moved down toward it today, bouncing off of it up 2.36%. A doji on the 2-day, meaning lots of indecision, and did have average volume. And again, look at the weekly. You can see how the average volume metric just continues to move down. I can probably get rid of this. It's confusing. I'll get rid of that bottom we did have a support line in there. But you can see how we have continued to have Bitcoin move down as far as the average volume goes for the last several weeks as the price has been going up, sort of like stocks. But again, not surprising. Now, the high last week was 23.20. This week it stayed at 23.23, sorry, 3 cents above. Let me just say that. And you can see where that actually hit on Monday, and then it was down Tuesday, Wednesday, popping up on Thursday. So we'll keep an eye on Bitcoin. We are still long Bitcoin. That is where we are as we end the day on Thursday. I will be sending out to our Patreon members, of course, our weekly vertical crossovers. And as always, the 5-day plus analysis and the trade execution summary grid. If you want to see that information, you can see it the day after we put it out at our Patreon page, Charting Wealth. And we do appreciate all of our Patreon members and their support underwriting the cost of putting this on for free every day. Thank you so much for your support, love, and care. And again, we do offer my book for free for anyone who signs up as a Patreon member. You get 3-Wave Trading Advantage. It's the only way you can get it. You can't otherwise buy it. Along with the 3-part series Options Made Simple, the Charting Wealth Way. If you're interested in options, we've got the best training out there. God bless my friends. All the best from the whole team at Charting Wealth.